Yes, please, this is an emergency. Please send a squad to Pierce Butler Road, Molenberg Manufacturing Company, machine shop. Please, there's an ambulance too. There's a girl hurt there.
Can you tell me what happened to her?
Just hurry, she's laying on the ground in the back by the railroad tracks, by the edge here. Hurry.
What's the address?
I don't know.
Who are you?
From 1980 to 1982, the citizens of Minneapolis were subjected to terror by a cruel serial killer. Dubbed the Weepy-Voiced Killer, he earned his nickname by making high-pitched, mournful calls to the police after committing his murders. Michael Stephani was the youngest of 10 children raised in a Catholic household. At the age of 3, his mother remarried, introducing him to a stepfather who was notorious for physically abusing his stepchildren, often resorting to throwing them down the stairs. Paul later married Beverly Leiter and had a daughter with her, but their marriage ended in divorce. Despite holding various jobs, he faced termination from his janitorial position at Malberg Manufacturing Company in 1977. Coincidentally, the body of his first victim would be found near this very building. The initial target of this serial murderer was Karen Potak, a 20-year-old student at the University of Stevens Point. On the early hours of New Year's Day in 1980, while making her way home from a nightclub around 1 a.m., she fell victim to an assault by a man wielding a tire iron. The attack occurred on a street near Pierce Butler Road and Syndicate Avenue in St. Paul, Minneapolis, leaving her fighting for her life in the chilly winter air. At approximately 3 a.m., the assailant made a distressed call to the police, guiding them to the scene of the crime with trembling emotion, stating, "There's a girl hurt here." Despite the severity of the assault, Karen miraculously survived, albeit with no recollection of the incident. Unfortunately, the subsequent victim would not share her fortune.
Oh, you find me? I just stabbed somebody with an ice pick. I can't stop myself. I keep killing somebody.
On June 3, 1981, 18-year-old Kimberly Compton was brutally murdered, stabbed with an ice pick, and strangled with a shoelace. Her lifeless body was stumbled upon by a group of teenage boys in a wooded area located north of Superior and Oneida Streets. Subsequent to Kimberly's tragic demise, law enforcement once more received a distressing phone call from her assailant. In a voice filled with anguish, he exclaimed, "God damn, will you find me? I just stabbed somebody with an ice pick. I can't stop myself. I keep killing somebody." 2 days later, he made another call, expressing, "I'll try not to kill anyone else."
Don't talk, just listen. I'm sorry what I did to Compton. I couldn't help it. Don't know why I had to stab her. I am so upset about it. I keep getting drunk every night. I can't believe it. It's like a big dream. I can't think of being locked up. If I get locked up, I'll kill myself. I'd rather kill myself than get locked up. I'll try not to kill anybody else.
On August 5, 1982, Barbara Simons, aged 40, met a tragic end, fatally stabbed with an ice pick. Her lifeless body was discovered by a newspaper carrier strolling along the Mississippi River near 29th Street. Once again, the perpetrator reached out to law enforcement, uttering, "Please don't talk. Just listen. I'm sorry I killed that girl. I stabbed her 40 times." Kimberly Compton was the first one over in St. Paul. Barbara was last seen at a local bar, where witnesses informed the police that she had accepted a ride home from a man described as approximately 40 years old, 6 feet tall, and weighing around 185 pounds.
Fire emergency.
Please don't talk, just listen. I'm sorry I killed that girl. I stabbed her 40 times. Kimberly Compton was the first one over St. Paul. I don't know what's the matter with me. I'm sick. I'm going to kill myself, I think.
Where are you?
I'm just going to... If somebody dies with a red shirt on, it's me. I killed both of you. I'm sorry. I'll never make it to heaven.
Calm down. Calm.
The last person to fall victim was Denise Williams, a 19-year-old sex worker from Minneapolis. Denise was soliciting on the streets when she encountered the still unidentified assailant. After negotiating a price for her services, Denise entered his vehicle, oblivious to the impending horror. As soon as the man diverted onto a dead-end street, Denise sensed trouble. Before she could even process the situation, the man attacked her with a screwdriver, stabbing her 15 times while she was confined to the passenger seat. Denise observed a glass bottle within reach and swiftly wielded it, shattering it across her assailant's face before making a desperate escape from the vehicle. Little did Denise realize at that moment, she had just narrowly survived an encounter with a serial killer, and this courageous act would ultimately lead to his capture. Following the failed attack, the assailant retreated to his residence before deciding to seek medical attention for the injuries sustained to his face. When he contacted the St. Paul Fire Department for assistance, authorities noticed striking similarities in his voice to that of the Weepy-Voiced Killer. This pivotal realization swiftly led to the identification of the culprit as 37-year-old Michael Stephani. Paul was convicted for the murder of Barbara Simons, but insufficient evidence prevented convictions for the other killings. However, in 1997, Paul confessed to the murders of Kim Compton, Barbara Simons, and Kathy Greening, the latter killed in St. Paul on July 21, 1982. Paul's confession was prompted by his cancer diagnosis. He passed away at Oak Park's Height Maximum Security Prison on June 12, 1998. Thank you for delving on this journey through the shadows with us. If you're hungry for more tales of intrigue and suspense, don't forget to subscribe and hit that notification bell. Together, we'll continue to unravel the enigmas that lurk in the shadows. Until next time, stay tuned, stay curious, and never stop seeking the truth.